with this album, there was all these different ideas about what it means to live for God, to understand the kingdom of heaven, what it means to know that He's with us. So I just was begging a lot of questions, and so I just remember speaking to so many different people, friends who on the outside everything's awesome, and seeing the news, and then having people I know who are just going through traumatic trials and that just come with life, and there just seemed to be this resounding conversation like, look, I'm going to pray that God's peace is just going to meet you in a way that doesn't make sense.
My heart has storm clouds raging deep within. The Prince of Peace came bursting through the wind. The violent sky held its breath, and in your light I found rest.
The thing I love about just the way God works is He meets us in equal measure to the need every single time. His grace is always enough, and I feel like His peace is always enough for the season. And there's this image in my head of like you being in the middle of like fire, being completely surrounded, or being surrounded by your enemies, and in the middle of that place, I just get this image of like Jesus, just this dude rocking in on a horse, just like, I'm here, and that's kind of, to me, it's just a beautiful image. And I think, so when we were writing the lyrics, especially the chorus, that was kind of the image I had in mind, and just the idea that God meets you right in the middle of the storm, or He meets you right in the middle of the fire, or right in the middle of the battle.
Tearing through the night, riding on the storm, staring down the fire. My eyes found yours, shining like the sun, striding through my fear. The Prince of Peace met me there.
We were in LA at Oceanway Studios. We'd just been in there. We had a ton of songs we were working on, and just trying to piece together ideas and these half-finished ideas.
I remember I just picked up the guitar, which had this really average acoustic guitar. It wasn't anything fancy, and I just put the capo on and played these I'd never played those chords before, and it just kind of like struck something weird in us. It was just, almost like the peace of God was there in that moment. I actually remember it. It just felt quite natural and unforced, and that was really kind of exciting and a bit refreshing in that moment.
Because we've been working so hard on just working to find melodies, and that one just kind of dropped.
Yeah.
Just seeing the news that was flowing out of Mosul and Syria and parts of Iraq, and just kind of the craziness that was happening there. All of that, I think it was something that struck a chord with I think people everywhere. We live in a broken world, and I think the idea of the Prince of Peace is understanding that what He achieved on the cross was He made peace on our behalf. We were separated from Him. Our sin almost created like a war between our heart and heaven.
Your love surrounds me when my thoughts wage war. When night screams terror, then your voice will roar.
And one of the Beatitudes is blessed are the peacemakers, I think we're called to be peacemakers because we actually have been made to the likeness of the ultimate peacemaker, which was Jesus. Like, He made peace on behalf of all humanity on the cross. Well, I don't know how Jesus would live and act right now, but I know that He'd be a peacemaker, and He would do it in a way that's just, that would confound the world around Him. He did it when He was on earth, and I think that's how we're called to live now. And it's a way that it rages in the face of what society would say, maybe even Christian culture would say. But when the Bible says love your enemies, it means literally love your enemies. And I think that's what it means to be a peacemaker, and I think the only way to be able to do that sincerely is to just have an incredible revelation of who the Prince of Peace is.
the